time to kick off another of my mini-series now, the first for this year. And as you probably guessed from the intro, this one's all about the Darling brothers. That's David and Richard Darling, probably most well known for forming Codemasters, but before then they did provide a number of games to Mastertronic. In fact, out of the 13 games originally released by Mastertronic in 1984, their first selection of Commodore 64 games, 7 of those were actually done by the Darling brothers, I believe. And back in the early days they used a program called Games Creator, which they designed to basically churn out games really quickly and easily. I do actually have a copy of that because it was released later by Mirrorsoft in this country, although it was released by Mastertronic in America, and that's what it looks like, Games Creator. So they actually gave you the opportunity to make games just as good as theirs, and I used the term good loosely. Now, I actually did get a chance to interview David Darling last year at an event called Geek down in Margate. I'm just going to play a little clip from that interview now, so you can get some words from him himself about the time they spent with Mastertronic. How did you end up working with Mastertronic, and what were your sort of memories of that time?
Well, we did a few games like this mail order, and then our dad joined the company as well, and he helped us get the games into like W.H. Smiths and Boots and some of the retailers. And then Mastertronic set up, and that was Frank Herman and Martin Alper and Alan Charan. They were from the video industry, so they'd been doing cheap videos, and they thought they wanted to do like good value games as well. Yeah. But they didn't really know how to make games, but they saw our games in the shops and they thought they'd contact us to develop the games. So then we developed quite a few games for Mastertronic, and then after about a year they did all of our games through us, and we set up a company called Artificial Intelligence Products, which had a contract to do all of their games. And then we also did some games for Robert Maxwell, which is a bit contentious. He had a games company called Mirrorsoft, and they discovered Tetris in Russia, and they did some quite, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they did some quite high level stuff. But we did the Games Creator for them.
Yeah, I put that on there. I was interested. Do you think this was the first example of a way for other people to create games? Was it the first sort of like a package that other people could use to create their own games?
Yeah, there might be some. I can't really remember if there was. Like, we developed it for ourselves, and then because we used it to make our own games, and then we thought we could sell it, so we decided to sell it as well.
Okay. Hope that you could hear the audio on that, because David Darling did speak rather quietly on there, but hopefully you got sort of a bit of interesting info from that. So the first game we're going to look at, we're actually going to look at 6 games in total, and there's going to be 2 from the sort of early year of the Games Creator, then another 2 that were released about a year later, which weren't done with the Games Creator and have got their own style, you know, sort of individually programmed rather than mass produced, if you like. And then there's also 2 games that they released on the MAD label, which were their last games for Mastertronic before they went to Code and formed Codemasters. So we're going to look at those 6 games, and the first of those is a game called Magic Carpet, released in 1984. So let's have a look at that one. This is the front cover then, and obviously all these early Mastertronic releases were grid style in 1984 and 85, so that's the usual sort of packaging. Not a bad picture on the front there of a chap on his magic carpet and a fire-breathing dragon and some bats. Not much more to say really. There's the spine and the back, loading instructions, as was typical at this point in time with the packaging. And inside we have the aim of the game. Aladdin is on a quest of honour to retrieve the blah 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 blah. Features smooth moving high-res multicolour graphics, 100% machine code for super fast action, sensational synthesized sound effects and catchy tunes, multi-levels. That's quite some bold statements. We'll see if it lives up to it fairly soon. And some keys, which are a very odd combination of keys. F1 for up, F3 for down, Z and C for left and right. And the copyright there, 1984. And that's it, it's just the one page. And inside we've got your usual foreign language stuff. Here we have the trademark of the early Darling Brothers releases on Mastertronic. The game starts to load and then it loads up this sort of title and instructions screen. So as you can see in the centre there, it says programmed by David Darling and Richard Darling. Also a trademark of these early releases is some spelling errors, and Aladdin is spelt wrong there. So the instructions of the game are pretty simple. You're Aladdin in search of a legendary magic lamp. Flying your magic carpet through the caves to reach the priceless treasure. The first cave contains bouncing boulders, deadly portcullises and moving walls. If you get past these and reach the door, you will arrive in a different cave. Press key to continue. This cave is haunted by vampire bats, contains a treacherous elevator, and then you have to travel through a teleportation chamber. Little has been seen of the third cave, but it is rumoured that it has got a fire-breathing dragon. So effectively what it's saying is there's 3 stages to the game, and it's also got some keys, control instructions, and basically the basic instructions there: don't fly into anything except doors or lamps. And one more key starts the game loading again. Here's the game screen then, and as is typical of these early Darling Brothers games, no title screen. The first game that was running as the game loaded is now completed, or ended, I should be more precise to say, with the game over screen. So I'll just kick it off and start again. So as you can see, we've got a rather treacherous cavern to go across. That's me on the left with the magic carpet, a rather blocky looking fellow, and the idea is you've got to get to this door on the right hand side. Interesting thing to note right from the off is that the score is actually going down from 5,000, so the idea is obviously to get to the other side as quickly as you can before your score gets too low, which clearly I'm not going to do on this particular occasion. So we've got to get through this little trapdoor thing here. Oh, there we go, that's quite good. And around this cavern. Oh. And everything has to be pixel perfect. The slightest little mistake and contact with absolutely anything will kill you. You've got a very repetitive tune going on. There we go, that's not too bad. So I'm through the first level. And if they thought the first level was challenging, this is the second level. As you can see, the idea with this one is you've got to make it to this teleporter to come out there and then make it to the door. Now the obvious way to do that would seem to be to go through this gap here, but I think it's fair to say that's going to kill me straight off. I'll give it a go nonetheless. Yeah, there's no chance of getting through there, which leaves you with the only other option, which is to go up this elevator thing. And this is a true test of your nerves and timing, because you've got to fit yourself in between these gaps here to get to the top. So what I found is on previous goes the best way to attempt that is to start pushing up and keep pushing up when one of these pink bars just disappears off the top of the screen. So I'll give it a go. There we go. Oh, I must have slightly gone a little bit too quickly there. Give it another go. Ah, game over. As you can see, that is absolutely rock hard. So at the end of the first attempt, I've got a score of 4,255. Let's give it another go. And while I'm playing this time, I'll have a little talk about the audio and visual quality, or lack of. Obviously the graphics are rather like they're made of Lego. Big blocky things with not much definition. And the music's repetitive and obviously trying to give a sort of Arabian style flavour to it. But pretty dire. Let's have another go at this then. Different music on the second level, to be fair. Oh, too late. As you can imagine, your lives go like pretty quickly on this level. Oh, too late again. And another go. Oh, frustrating to say the least. It's a glorious vision of pink, this level, by the way. We've got a lot of bats flying around, which I've obviously got to negotiate past if I ever get far enough. Oh, and there we go again. So I'll give it another go, but I won't make you suffer through the first level. I'll just restart when I start the second level. So here I am again, giving it another try. I have done this, by the way, on previous attempts. There we go. So I'm at the top, and now I've got to negotiate my way past the bat, which involves, again, pixel perfect precision. This one's relatively easy to get past comparatively. So I've teleported over to the other side, and now I've got to get past this guy. Oh, and that's killed me, and of course you go right back to the start of the level and have to try it all over again. Ludicrously hard. So let's give it another go. I think the idea is you stay there until he starts moving down. There we go. And you've got to then position yourself in such a way that you can get across the screen. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. And what's going on with these two guys? I don't know what's going to happen here now. Okay. Okay, and I made it to the door, so I'm now on to the third, and I might add final level. There's the lamp that you've got to get, and somehow you've got to get past this dragon who seems to fire randomly up and down the screen. So let's give it a go. Oh no, all my delays led me to be killed by a bat, which is brilliant. Okay, so I've managed to negotiate past the dragon's flames to start with. Next I seem to have to get past these droplets. I'm guessing they'll kill me as well because, as I've said, everything does. And oh my god, now I guess you've got to go down in this cavern behind the dragon. So it's a case of working out where you can get to. Oh, so close! Oh, cheeky. So that's pretty much the game. I'm not going to give it another go. I think you can see it's pretty dire, and yet for some reason there's some weird compulsion to keep trying to play it to try and do better than the last time you played. Now if you could never get off the first level, then actually the quickest way to get a high score is to do that. You'd actually get more points for doing that than you would getting to the end of the level and then dying on the level afterwards. So I don't know, pretty dreadful stuff, and indicative really of the early games from the Darling brothers that done with their games creator program. Let's just revisit those claims made in the inlay, shall we, and go through them again. Smooth moving high-res multicolour graphics. Well, they are multicolour. Not sure about the high-res or smooth moving. 100% machine code for super fast action. I really wouldn't know, but I'm pretty sure you could write a decent enough game comparable to that in BASIC. Sensational synthesized sound effects and catchy tunes. Not so sure about that either. And multi-levels. Well, yes, there are 3 levels, so I guess we can say it does meet some of the claims in the inlay. So needless to say, not worth the £1.99 asking price.
If you only knew the power of the dark side. 2, 1, 0.